Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video and another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look at the full discography of Bob Dylan, and today I have arrived at bringing it all back home. Now, this to me is an album that brings back memories. I believe it was the first album I actually played of Bob Dylan. For Christmas, I got a 3 CD box with Bringing It All Back Home, um, Highway 51, and Blonde on Blonde. I loved all three of those albums. I still love them. But this one was the one that first got me hooked. And what I'm holding here is a second US mono pressing in near mint condition. I found it for about 10 or 15 bucks a couple of months ago. And although I have about 7 or 8 other pressings of this album, whenever I find one under 10 euros and it's a 60s pressing, I just buy it. I love this album. But this is the one closest to the first one because it's the second one. And it has the original stampers. I'll show you. Here, in mono, 2i. There's something falling out of here. Somebody who labeled it. Now, I've been listening to this album a lot of times. And I've also been listening to the mono version a lot of times. So going through it for this series was not a unique experience. It's not an album that I left on the shelf for a long time. It's just pure and utter beauty. I can't say anything else than that. Well, I will say anything else because the video will be longer than 1.50, but opening with Subterranean Homesick Blues and the full gorgeous sound on that song. Then She Belongs to Me. After that, Maggie's Farm, which is one of my favorite songs of the album. And I often quote it because I really like the line, I try to be. No, I often quote it, but now I'm making mistakes. It's very hot here. Um, I've always quoted like, everybody tells me to be just like I am, but everybody wants me to be just like them. But it's not everybody tells me. It's I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants me to be just like them. Gorgeous lyric, gorgeous writing. I mean, I think he might be at his most direct, poetic, interesting here. He has so much to say. Love minus zero, no limit. The Outlaw Blues, On the Road Again. Bob Dylan's 150th Dream. Then the side two opens with Mr. Tambourine Man. I love that song. I'm not sure if this is my favorite rendition, nor one of the Birds. But after Mr. Tambourine Man comes another one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, there's a Holy Trinity on this album, or Trinity is the right pronunciation. The Holy Trinity is when three songs of excellent, legendary quality are placed on an album right after each other. And that doesn't happen that often. Two times, yeah, two songs after another, that happens. But here we have Gates of Eden. It's all right, Ma. I'm only bleeding. And it's all over now, Baby Blue. Those three songs after another. Man, it's all over now, Baby Blue. I immediately think of the moment in the Don't Look Back documentary shot by D.A. Pennebaker when he followed Bob Dylan during his tour in the UK, and he was doing some sort of a battle with Donovan, and Bob Dylan got that song out, and the lyrical brilliance, the detail in the situation that he's describing, a sharp sort of vengeance, even, although he sings it as if it's right in that moment. He's taking you to a place in a relationship, to a response, to some sort of fury, to some sort of having to accept saying goodbye, with all these nuances, all these details. I think that is of utter beauty. I did not start loving that song, as a matter of fact, in Bob Dylan's version. I loved it before that because Falco did a beautiful cover of that on his Falco 3 album. And also, he made brilliant live versions of that. He has this gorgeous live atmosphere with a cigarette in his hand. Also, Van Morrison or Them covered that song, but there's also a lot of beauty in the original rendition by Dylan. This album is pure magic, and it's getting even better in the discography. But already here, pure magic. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.